Whoa, whoa, whoa. Stop right there. This channel is not intended for kids under the age of 13. So if you're under the age of 13, please leave.
Hey everybody, Arthur here with another unboxing video. Today we have Mezco's Hazard Squad Gold Commander Gomez, the Valley of the Mossquatch figure, and it comes in that typical black shoebox style packaging with the big old sticker that's placed on front showing some amazing artwork, and we do get a sticker of this exact same inside the box. Now, when you dive into Mezco 112 Collective, we end up getting these little Ziploc bags that come with all the figures, and these things come in clutch. I mean, you could actually store all the accessories into them. I usually try to keep them in the trays, but I stopped and started putting all the accessories in their own little individual Ziploc bag. Here we get the display base, pretty much the same logo that we've seen on the other stand, just some of the colors are different. Still looks good, works well for the figure. We get the dynamic attachment stand, whatever you want to classify it, and we also get the little cape separator stand, but also for these guys, they're the pigeon stands. Golden Hazard Squad Commander comes with all the typical Gomez hands. This Gomez comes with the same type of connectors we got for the pigeons and his data mining, but the wire for the one that hooks from his Gauntlet to Boom Boom is actually black. This Gomez comes with the same looking pistol we got before, but instead of silver, we have it in black. Again, it's sculpted pretty nice. It's got the muzzle flash hole in there, but they still didn't give us an effect to put into that hole. Now, this Gomez does come with a lot of stuff we've seen before, just repainted gold, and we get this awesome knife we've seen before. I do like the gold, but I do like the other one because I like that blue on the handle better, but this is still a badass looking knife. Continuing with the redeco, we got some repainted smiley face grenades, and these are blue, little gold detailing on the top, so I guess these are for, concussive depression grenades or something like that, because they're all blue, makes your enemy feel blue.
Whatever you do, you feel lonely and don't enjoy the things you once loved. Things just don't feel like they used to. These are some symptoms of depression.
Now, we do have that weapon storage for those grenades. It's just a different arm piece that comes separately, so you can put them on any arm you want, honestly, or just not put them on his arms at all. So here we have his Gauntlet, and it is all painted gold with a couple lines of other color towards the ends. The screen's painted blue. It's exactly the same Gauntlet, and it goes back to my other Hazard Squad Gomez review. I'm like, this thing's like the Bat Belt or whatever. And seeing it painted gold, I'm like, yep, just add a Batman logo on it. And it does look like something that Batman would wear. But I really like this. But what's crazy is they gave us this, but I guess people were complaining about the other one because they couldn't figure out how to attach it. So they gave us like rubber bands, which I will not use because I can get it to close and stay closed on my figure. But it's weird that they're like, hey, here's some rubber bands to make sure it stays clamped. I'm telling you guys, I think Mezco just really likes gold.
I love gold.
I mean, you got the grapple attachment, all gold with some slight other paint in there, so it's not completely solid. And the grapple on this one does port out as well, so that's a feature that I like, because it looks really good when it's ported in. Just like the other Hazard Squad Gomez, we get the grapple attached to a very long string. So we do get another pizza cutter attachment, and it looks great. I like the paint job on this one, and this does move because you can actually rig up the grapple and have him slide across the rope or string, which is a really cool feature. Here we have my favorite part and my favorite accessory for the Gauntlet, and that's the hologram. And it's done in the same design, it's just casted in blue. It's a lot darker of a blue, and it's still translucent enough. The green one was way more translucent, but still, I like the different holograms. And I like the fact that you could technically swap the parts between this one and the other one because they're identical. Now, the final attachment that you get is a very, very little piece that pops on top. Has a hole, and that's where you port in that black wire so you can hook it up to Boom Boom. Now, I am so stoked that we got more flying rats. These pigeons are awesome. They're sculpted the same, painted very identical, but this one has like normal paint for the coloring around the neck. It's not a metallic looking paint job, but it looks great because, again, you can use these with other figures and figure photography. So the more pigeons, the better. We also get the flap in or startled pigeon as well. And again, painted pretty identical. They both have their little butthole plugs so you can stick the wire into it. But very cool accessories. And here we get this nice black and gold boom boom, which looks slick as hell. This looks very nice. I like the other one, but this one just seems to pop a lot more. The handle moves. Let's see if this part, yep, that part extends out. So I didn't change that. Got the buttons on the top. Got this part. Let's see, flip the, yep. Got the keyboard and everything in there. And this can lean back about that far. This part slides up. And you can either flip it up or, you know, it's pivots. But you got all these little ports and everything inside. Painted very nicely. Back is just solid black. Would have been nice with some gold trim in there. But Boom Boom, this style of Boom Boom is pretty awesome. Here we get something new, which is the comic book animated sort of design of Gomez. This is a pissed off head with his teeth showing. All they did was paint the teeth white and add a line going across it, sculpted in. There's no actual sculpt per tooth or anything like that, but that's okay because it's based off of like a comic and animation. I love the blue they used for the eyes. It looks great. The head sculpt, it's good. I mean, the antennae are on ball joints as well, so you can move them around. This one does have the switch for the light up feature, and you can actually do that, and it looks really awesome. It just sucks that you have to hold the button down. You can't just turn it on and do a video or take some photos. You gotta freaking hold the button down, which makes no sense to me. Makes no sense. That decision was awful, but we do get that same wonky telepathic little attachment that can plug right into his head, and it magnetizes. It doesn't really plug, but it's a magnet right in his forehead, so you can just... Here we have a closer look of Gomez out of the package. I did equip his pistol, knife, and gauntlet, but that head sculpt that he comes with, I like it so much more than the gritty teeth one. It just has that smirk, and it still has that comic book cartoon style to it. The blue eyes definitely look awesome on it, adds that pop to it, and the paintwork on the belts and straps and everything look pretty good. Again, just, you know, a redeco, but I'm okay with it because Gomez figures are worth having redeco versions because their articulation's awesome, and you can really pop the heads on and off and change different ones. So this could be a skull if I wanted to put like a skull head on it or make it a pink skull. But the knife sheath holds the knife very well. We got the dual pockets on this shoulder instead of the grenade holder, which you can swap that out. Or honestly, you could put the grenade holder on this side, which is what I'm probably going to do. My gauntlet is attached without any rubber bands, so no issues there. I know when you move it around, sometimes it might pop open or whatever, but it's easy to get it to clasp close. His brown pants look good. He's got the little pouch there. And then we get into his boots, which are made in that matte black plastic, trimmed with gray, but the soles are painted in a glossy black, which definitely makes them pop compared to the matte finish on the leathery boots. But this figure looks phenomenal. When it comes to Gomez, he doesn't disappoint. Granted, it's a lot of stuff I already had, just painted differently, but I'm okay because it came with 2 different new head sculpts. And honestly, if I really didn't like the fact that I have 2 almost identical figures, you know, I can always switch the head to be something completely different. That's a great thing about a lot of these Mezco figures. You can just pop the heads off. I could put a skull head on them, and it could be not even Gomez, but that big gold G might be a problem. But the figure looks great, holding his little pistol. And the colors they chose on this guy definitely pops. I mean, he looks awesome. Now, when it comes to Gomez, articulation is awesome. I mean, if you guys have seen any of my other Gomez reviews, the articulation on this bad boy is pretty identical. The only thing it really changes would be mainly his boot area because, you know, some have sneakers, some don't. But this figure is awesome. You can get him into a nice little walk-in pose like he's going to stick you with his knife. And that facial expression, grit in the teeth, is pretty awesome because it's very expressive and it's exaggerated because it's from like a comic / cartoon design. And I do like the other Hazard Squad's angry face a little bit more, but this one is still pretty awesome. And I like the blue eyes on it. Definitely makes it pop. And the figure just looks great overall. For being a redeco, the gold definitely looks great. Different lighting going on as he's looking at his hologram on his forearm. So when it boils down to it, if you like a redeco Hazard Squad with new head sculpts, it's for you. If you're a Gomez fan, it's for you. If you just like the Hazard Squad Gomez out of all Gomez's and you want a redeco, it's for you. The figure is a phenomenal figure. It's just a lot of repaint. And we get that with a lot of other figures, so what's the difference with Mezco doing it once in a while? And honestly, when you're looking at this figure, Articulation's phenomenal. If you guys are familiar with the Gomez figures or Rumble Society, they have some of the best articulation in the Mezco franchise, in their figures, in my opinion, because I don't know why. I don't know why their articulation is so good on their own IP. To be honest, it's crazy, but that's what got me hooked, and I love these Gomez figures. I mean, if you guys have never had a Gomez in your hand, I mean, I definitely recommend picking one up at some point. And if you have picked up a Rumble Society figure or a Gomez, comment down below. What'd you guys think of it? Do you really like the articulation, or do you think it's just a hype, Comment down below. Let's get a conversation going. I myself, I'm all in Gomez and Rumble Society, but with the Rumble Society, as they're realizing that a lot of customers are, liking the Rumble Society, they're starting to dump a variety of different things in there, so I'm going to have to pick and choose, because I don't think all Rumble Society is going to fit with my collection, in my opinion. But that sums up my unboxing and review of the Hazard Squad Gold Commander Gomez, the Valley of the Mossquatch figure. If you guys like what you saw, hit that thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button for me, as it'll mean the world to me. Hit the silver bell notification if you want to stay in the know with when I post up a new video. And speaking of being in the know, go check out Toyco Toys and Collectibles. The website's down below. Bunch of collectibles for you. There's a promo code down there for you guys to get free shipping on anything you see on the website. And there's a Facebook pre-order group that you can join in. It costs nothing. Jump in there. Stay in the know with your collectibles. Mezco's, SH Figuarts, Figma, Storm Collectibles. Toyco puts those up for pre-order, so definitely check those out, because it's some of the best pre-order pricing you can get. And a lot of those items, once they're out and they're distributed, if you don't find it, quick enough, a couple months go by, you're going to be paying ridiculous prices on a lot of those imports. So definitely take a look at that group. And I want you guys to have the best luck hunting. Keep on collecting, and have a beautiful day.